Have you ever wondered how top-performing businesses consistently make successful decisions? The secret lies not in a crystal ball, but in cold, hard data. The business landscape has seen a dramatic shift from relying on gut instinct to depending on data-driven insights. This approach, known as data-driven decision-making, is paving the way to success in an increasingly competitive world. It's about using evidence, not intuition, to steer the course. Welcome to an exploration into the world of data-driven decision-making. Data-driven decision-making, a term that sounds complex but is fundamentally simple. In essence, it is the practice of basing decisions on actual data rather than intuition or observation alone. It's not about disregarding your gut feeling, but rather about fortifying it with factual insights. Imagine you're a ship's captain sailing through uncharted waters. You might have the best instincts in the world, but wouldn't you feel more confident if you had a detailed map and a compass at hand? That's exactly what data-driven decision-making offers, a reliable guide in the vast sea of business uncertainties. So why is this approach important? Well, the business landscape today is more complex and unpredictable than ever before. With the rise of digitalization and globalization, companies are facing a deluge of data from numerous sources: customer feedback, market trends, social media, and so forth. Navigating through this information overload without a systematic approach is akin to finding a needle in a haystack. Data-driven decision-making helps businesses make sense of this data deluge. It allows companies to identify patterns, predict trends, and make informed decisions that are backed by evidence. This not only reduces the risk of making poor decisions, but also enables businesses to seize opportunities that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. Furthermore, data-driven decision-making is replacing traditional decision-making methods. In the past, businesses often relied on the experience and judgment of their leaders. While these elements still hold value, they are now being complemented with data analysis. This shift is largely due to the increasing accessibility of data and the advancement of analytical tools, making it easier and more cost-effective for businesses to leverage data in their decision-making processes. It's important to note, though, that data-driven decision-making is not just about having access to data or the latest analytical tools. It's about fostering a culture that values evidence over opinion, that asks, "What does the data say?" before jumping to conclusions. Data-driven decision-making is the compass guiding successful businesses today. By basing decisions on data, companies can navigate through the complexities of the modern business landscape with increased confidence and precision. Consider Amazon, a company that has made data its lifeblood. This corporate titan, renowned for its e-commerce platform, has embraced the power of data to drive its strategic decision-making process, turning the concept of data-driven decision-making into a fine art. From its inception, Amazon's business model has been rooted in data. The company collects vast amounts of information about customer behavior, sales patterns, market trends, and much more. This data is then analyzed and used to inform strategic decisions across the company. One notable example of this is Amazon's decision to launch its Prime membership program. The company analyzed data on customer buying habits and found that customers who shopped more frequently were more likely to pay for a premium service that offered benefits like free shipping. The launch of Amazon Prime in 2005 was a direct result of this data analysis, and it has since become a significant revenue source for the company. Amazon's use of data extends to its product offerings as well. The development of the Amazon Echo, the company's voice-activated speaker, was influenced by data showing a growing interest in smart home devices. Amazon recognized this trend and capitalized on it, launching the Echo in 2014 and subsequently dominating the smart speaker market. Moreover, Amazon's data-driven approach is evident in its supply chain management. The company uses data to forecast demand, manage inventory, and optimize delivery routes. This has allowed Amazon to set a new standard for speedy and efficient delivery, often delivering packages in as little as one day. But it's not just about making the right decisions. It's about continually learning and iterating. Amazon constantly collects and analyzes data to refine its strategies, improve its services, and enhance customer satisfaction. This relentless pursuit of data-driven improvement is a key factor in Amazon's ongoing success. Amazon's success is testament to the power of data-driven decision-making. By harnessing the power of data, Amazon has been able to make informed, strategic decisions, innovate effectively, and maintain a competitive edge in a rapidly evolving marketplace. But data-driven decision-making is not without its pitfalls. Have you ever considered the possibility that the data you rely on might be biased? Yes, indeed. Even as we harness the power of data to inform our decisions, we must be aware of the potential for bias to creep in. This bias can take many forms, and understanding them helps us to navigate the data landscape more effectively. Firstly, we have confirmation bias. This is a tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. In the context of data-driven decision-making, it might manifest as focusing on data that supports a preferred conclusion while ignoring contradictory information. Then there's selection bias. This refers to the tendency to select individuals, groups, or data for analysis in a way that proper randomization is not achieved, thereby ensuring that the sample obtained is not representative of the population intended to be analyzed. This can greatly skew results and lead to inaccurate conclusions. Overfitting is another form of bias that we often encounter in data-driven decision-making. This happens when a statistical model describes random error or noise instead of the underlying relationship. Overfitting often results from an excessively complicated model, and it can lead decision makers to believe they have a stronger predictive model than they actually do. So, how do we avoid these pitfalls? One key strategy is to foster a culture of critical thinking and skepticism. Encourage your team to question assumptions and to seek out diverse data sources. It's also important to have robust data collection and analysis processes in place to ensure data accuracy and reliability. Moreover, investing in data literacy can go a long way. Ensure that everyone within your organization understands the basics of data analysis and the potential pitfalls of bias. This empowers everyone to contribute to data-driven decision-making and to question the data when necessary. Data is powerful, yet it's not immune to human bias. So always remember to approach it with a critical eye, understanding its limitations and the potential for bias. Only then can we truly harness its power. The question then becomes, how does one build a culture of data-driven decision-making? To foster a culture of data-driven decision-making, it's crucial to start with training. Yes, training. It's not just about learning to read charts or crunch numbers. It's about developing a mindset that values evidence and seeks it out. It's about learning to ask the right questions, to understand what the data is telling us, and to use that understanding to inform decisions. So invest in training your team, not just in data analysis, but in critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Next, let's talk about data accessibility. Data is a resource, and like any resource, it needs to be available to those who can make use of it. This means breaking down silos and ensuring that the right data gets to the right people at the right time. It might mean investing in tools that make data easy to access and interpret. It might mean creating a central data repository, or it might mean developing protocols for data sharing. Whatever form it takes, data accessibility is a key pillar of a data culture. But even with training and data accessibility, a data culture will not thrive unless it is actively encouraged. And this is where data-based discussions come in. Encourage your team to bring data into their conversations, to use it as evidence in their arguments, to question its validity, and to explore its implications. Make it clear that decisions should be backed by data, not just gut feelings, or the way things have always been done. And remember, a data culture is not just about the big decisions, it's about the small, everyday choices too. Finally, remember that building a data culture is not a one-time event. It's a process, a journey, one that requires continuous effort and commitment. It's about fostering an environment where data is valued, where evidence is sought after, where curiosity is encouraged, and where learning is ongoing. Creating a data culture is a journey, but one well worth embarking on. So is data really that important, you might ask? Well, as we have journeyed through this video, we've seen how data isn't just a collection of numbers or facts. It's a powerful tool that can drive decisions, fuel innovation, and shape the future. We began by defining data-driven decision-making, not just a buzzword, but an approach that allows businesses to make informed decisions based on empirical evidence. It's like having a compass in the wilderness of the business world guiding you towards your goals. Remember the case study of Amazon? A company that has built its empire by harnessing the power of data, using it to understand customer behavior, optimize operations, and innovate continually. Amazon's success story is a testament to the transformative power of data, but data isn't infallible. We discussed the potential biases that can creep into data-driven decision-making. Biases can distort the picture that data paints, leading to faulty decisions. It's crucial to recognize and address these biases to ensure that your data is a reliable guide. Building a culture of evidence-based decision-making is another critical aspect we touched upon. It's not enough to just have access to data. The culture within the organization must value data, understand its power, and be equipped to use it effectively. This is what separates companies that merely survive from those that thrive. In conclusion, data isn't just a tool for decision-making, it's a catalyst for growth, a protector against uncertainty, and a key to unlocking unprecedented opportunities. It's about seeing the unseen, understanding the complex, and making the impossible possible. So, to answer our initial question, is data really that important? The answer is a resounding yes. In the world of business, data isn't just important, it's indispensable. The power of data is immense, and those who wield it wisely stand to gain immensely.